All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, you Seminole Indians, West Indians, Haitians, and Brazilians. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And that's kind of what really today's lesson is about, man. All right, proving that you Israelites, all right, proving that you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, you are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And I want to kind of go back into the basics, Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, to prove it, man. All right, but I also have a book here, all right, because according to biblical prophecy and historical facts, all right, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, you are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, all right. And one of the main chapters to go to prove it, all right, which is Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, all right. When you read Deuteronomy 28th chapter, it talks about the blessings and the curses, right, which proves that we are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, all right, because in that same chapter, all right, the Lord said that these curses shall be a sign unto thee, all right. These curses are a sign to let us know who the true Israelites of the Bible are, man, all right. So, but before I want to get into this chapter real quick, I want to show you a book, all right. This is a book called Into Egypt Again with Ships, all right, which is actually a Bible verse, which is in the chapter that we're going to get into today, which is Deuteronomy 28 chapter, all right. So it's called Into Egypt Again with Ships, all right. And the name, like the subtitle of the book, is A Message to the Forgotten Israelites, all right, African Americans, all right, because you so-called African Americans, all right, you are the true Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the real Jew that the Bible speaks of, all right. You so-called black people, all right, that came over here, all right, into America on cargo slave ships during the time of the transatlantic slave trade. You are the real Jews that the Bible speaks of, man. And this is spoken about in Deuteronomy 28 chapter that we're going to go into today, man. All right, so it says a message for the forgotten Israelites, and in parentheses African Americans, because you so-called African Americans, you're not really African. Y'all were taught that you were Africans and that y'all were Hamites and blacks and whatever. All right, colored people, whatever you want to be, whatever you want to call it. All right, but you are really the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man. All right, and it said, and again, the name of this book is called Into Egypt Again with Ships, all right, which is a scripture which is in Deuteronomy 28 chapter the 64th verse, all right, and we're going to get into that in a second, all right. All right, as you see here, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, all right. But before I want to get into that exact verse, all right, when you go into Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, all right, because our people, they're cursed as a people, man. And if you can't see that our people are cursed, man, then I don't know what to tell you, man. All right, but that's the Lord's doing, man. He did that to punish us because we were going off in in the ancient world. We were sacrificing unto gods and different types of idols, and man, all right, we were even sacrificing our children, all right, and spreading their blood on the altars of other gods, man. That's wicked as hell, man. That's wicked as hell, bro. And the Lord got jealous of that, man, because the Lord is the one that created this entire universe, and you out here worshiping other gods, man. The Lord's up there saying, I'm the one that made all this, man. I'm the one that did all this, man. And yet you're going to worship other gods, man. The Lord is jealous, man. All right. How would you feel if you invented something, but then somebody else got the credit for it, man? All right. And then they threw your name under the rug like you ain't the one that invented it, man. Come on, man. All right. So Deuteronomy 28 chapter, all right, proves that you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, all right, are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man. All right. So when you read Deuteronomy 28 chapter, all right, the first verse, all right, this is what it says. Now, this is the Most High talking to the Israelites through Moses, man. All right. So this is what the Lord said to the Israelites, man. Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations on the earth. Yeah, so the Lord said that we will be blessed if we followed him, man. All right, it says right here, verse 2, and all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Yeah, so the Lord is saying if we follow him and keep all his commandments and statutes, everything that he gave us, to all the laws that he gave us, all right, the Lord is saying he will make all these blessings come upon our people. All right, then it starts to list all the blessings that the Lord will do to us if we were to follow him and worship him and keep his commandments. All right, but when you go to the 15th verse, all right, this is what the Lord said. All right, but it shall come to pass, if thou will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All right, then it starts to list all the curses, all right, that the Lord will put upon our people if we didn't follow him and worship him, man. All right, now let's see what one of those curses are, because these curses prove that you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man. All right, the Lord said that these curses shall be a sign unto thee. All right, these curses will let us know who we are, who the true Hebrew Israelites are, man, that the Bible speaks of. All right, which is you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans. All right, so let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. All right, because this is talking about slavery. All right, coming over here to the Americas on ships, man. All right, the transatlantic slave trade. That was one of, see, us, because you Negroes are the real Jews that the Bible speaks of. You Negroes are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And one of the curses that the Lord put upon us is slavery, man. And us coming over here on cargo slave ships to America was one of those curses, man. All right, and we're going to prove that. All right, so let's read it. So it says, Deuteronomy 28 and 68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. All right, now let's read that again, because the key word is Egypt and again, man. All right, it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now the word Egypt, all right, is a Greek word that comes from the is a Greek word. All right, it comes from the Greek word Egyptos, which means bondage. All right, so the Lord is saying, and the Lord shall bring thee into bondage again with ships. The reason why, the Lord said Egypt, all right, because we were in Egypt once, all right, in slaves, all right. We were in Egypt once as slaves, all right. So the Lord said, during the time of when Moses got us out of there, man. All right. So the Lord is saying, I will bring you into bondage again, like how I did you in Egypt, man. All right, I will bring you into bondage again with ships. And that's how you know it's not really talking about actual Egypt. All right, because Egypt, the land of Israel and the land of Egypt is connected. You could walk into that land. It doesn't take ships to go into Egypt, man. All right, so what the Lord is saying, he said, I'm gonna bring you into Egypt again, meaning I'm gonna bring you into bondage again. I'm gonna bring you into slavery again. All right, it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. All right, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt not see it no more, meaning we will never see our homeland again. Ever since we were taken over here on slave ships, all right, we never seen our homeland again, man. All right, it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, meaning we won't see our homeland Israel again no more, man. All right, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. All right, the Lord said we will be sold unto our enemies. Wait a second, so is the Lord calling the so-called white man our enemy? Yes, he is. Why? Because he is our enemy, man. The so-called white man, all right, which is Esau, Edom in the Bible. All right, he is our number one enemy. He is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. All right, the Lord is calling the so-called white men our enemies. All right, but yet you want to love this damn devil. You want to love your enemy. You want to love the so-called white man. All right, And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen, meaning slave men, and bond women, meaning slave women, and no man shall buy you, meaning no man will redeem us or get us up out of this situation. All right, because the word buy means to redeem. No nation, all right, came and got us up out of the predicament that we were in. No nation saved us out of the hand of the white man, man. All right, understand? All right, so it says Deuteronomy 28 and 68. I'm gonna read it again and I'm gonna break it down again. All right. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Yeah, so the Lord is saying he's going to bring us into bondage again with ships, all right? Because the word Egypt comes from the Greek word Egyptos, which means bondage, all right? So the Lord is saying, I'm going to do you again like how I did you in Egypt, man. All right, because we were slaves in Egypt. The Egyptians had us in slavery, all right, before Moses got us up out of there, man. All right, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. And that's how you know it's not talking about actual Egypt, man. All right, because it doesn't take ships to go from Israel to Egypt, man. That land is connected. You could walk into that land, all right? And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. All right, meaning we won't see our homeland Israel again. All right, and there ye shall be sold. All right, the Lord is saying you Israelites are going to be sold unto your enemies. All right, we were sold unto our enemies. The so-called white man is our enemy, man, and all these other nations as well. All right. It says for bondmen, meaning slave men, all right, and bond women, meaning slave women, and no man shall buy you, meaning no man will help us or get us out of this situation, man. No other nation came to our help when Edom had us in slavery, when the white man had us in slavery, man. So this was one of the curses, all right, that the Lord put on the Israelites, man, which was slavery here in America, man. All right, Egypt, all right, which is talking about America, because America is also known as Egypt, all right? America is known as Egypt in the Bible. Matter of fact, let's get that, all right? Revelation, I think it's 11, if I'm not mistaken. Let's get that, all right? Revelation 11 and, yeah, all right, I'll start at, yeah, right here, Revelation, 11 and 8, it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street. Their dead bodies meaning mentally dead, all right? Our people being mentally dead, all right? And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. That great city, all right, is America, all right? Known as the greatest country or the greatest kingdom on this planet Earth. That's talking about America. And their dead bodies, meaning the Israelites, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, all right, are going to be mentally dead here, man. This place, America, has destroyed you, all right? And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Yeah, because America is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, man. Why is it spiritually Sodom, man? All right? Because look what's going on, man. All right, that happy stuff is made legal all throughout America, man. All right, same-sex marriage is legal all throughout 50 states, man. All right, and Egypt, America is spiritually Egypt because this is where we're held captives at, man. And then you got something like the Washington Monument, all right, which is in the capital, all right, Washington D.C. You got something known as the Washington Monument, which is nothing but the Egyptian obelisk, man, which is really a phallic symbol, all right? It's supposed to represent the penis, all right? And then it aims toward the sky, man, all right? So it says, whereas our Lord was crucified, yeah, where Yahweh Shai, our Messiah, was crucified, man, X'd out here, man. Not literally crucified, but he was X'd out here, man, all right? So when you go back into Deuteronomy 28, it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again, talking about America, all right? Or the word Egypt meaning bondage, all right? Again with ships, all right? So the Lord said he was going to bring us into bondage again with ships. When else throughout history did we go into bondage with ships, man? All right? Here in America during the transatlantic slave trade. The transatlantic slave trade is biblical prophecy. We're reading it right here in Deuteronomy 28:68, man. All right, that's why it says right here, this is a book, man. All right, look at us. This is us, man. This is what happened to us during slavery. All right, into Egypt again with ships. This is the name of the book. All right, and then it shows our people. All right here on the cover with whip marks. All right, on his backs being whipped. Right, all right, by the by the slave master, all right? A message to the forgotten Israelites, African Americans, man. All right? So, let's start at verse 47 as well, all right? Verse 47 as well. Matter of fact, before I get that, let's go into these Negro spirituals, okay? Because the slaves that were brought over here on slave ships, all right, the so-called black man, which is the real Jew that the Bible speaks of, all right, they sung what? They sung Negro spirituals, right? They sung also known as what? Hymns, all right? Now, one of the Negro spirituals that they sung was "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot," all right? And these are the I'm gonna read the lyrics, all right, to "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot," all right? So it says, "Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. I looked over Jordan," all right? "I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming to carry me home." Now, when it said he looked over Jordan, what was he talking about? He was talking about the Jordan River, right? Where is the Jordan River at, all right? It passes through the land of Israel, man. Now, why would the slaves be talking about, "I looked over to the river Jordan," man? How is it that the slaves know about the river Jordan, man? All right? Because they are the real Jews, the true Israelites that the Bible speaks of, all right? The Jordan River, all right, passes through the land of Israel, man. All right? "I looked over to the river Jordan, and what did I see coming to carry me home? A band of angels coming after me, coming to carry me home." All right? Because what are the chariots? It's because the name of the song is "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot." What are the chariots, man? The chariots, all right, are what this world calls a UFO. All right, because that's how we're going to get. This is how we're going to get out of here, out of this land of America. All right, and be brought back to our homeland, Israel. Is through the chariots, man. All right, that's how we are going to be saved from the nuclear destruction. Lord willing, I'm part of that number, man. That I'm part of the elect. That I get saved, man. All right, "Swing low, sweet," because what this world calls a UFO, all right, a so-called UFO, they're known as chariots in the Bible. They're also known as pillars of fires or horses. They're also known as whirlwinds. They're also known as clouds. All right, this is what they were singing about. All right, "Swing low, sweet chariot," all right, which is a so-called UFO. All right, because what's in those chariots? The angels. He said, "I looked over Jordan," all right, which is in the land of Israel, all right, "and what did I see? Coming forth to carry me home," all right, because that's how we're going to get carried home, all right, by the chariots, man. All right, "A band of angels coming after me," because that's what's in the chariots, all right, the angels, all right. It tells you that in Ezekiel, the 1st chapter, all right, that the angels went wherever the chariots went, and that they were in the wheels, all right, and that the appearance of them were as a wheel in the middle of a wheel, all right. "A band of angels coming after me to carry me home." And where is home? Israel, right? That's why he said, "I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming forward to carry he home. A band of angels coming after me, coming to carry me home." Talking about the chariots, man. All right, "Swing low, sweet chariots." All right, that chariot is talking about what this world calls a UFO, man. All right. So why would the slaves be singing about Jordan, man, and about chariots, man? All right, because they are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. The so-called black man that came over here on slave ships is the real Jew, man. All right, we're reading it here, all right, in Deuteronomy 28th chapter, right? Because this is what the Lord was talking to the Israelites through Moses. All right, in Deuteronomy 28th chapter, he said if we didn't follow his laws, his statutes and commandments, and if we didn't worship him, we will go into slavery. He will put these curses upon us, and one of those curses was slavery. All right, that he will send our enemies against us. All right, now that's the "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot." All right, now one of the other hymns or Negro spirituals that we used to sing when we were slaves, all right, was "Wade in the Waters." All right, now look at the lyrics to "Wade in the Waters." All right, matter of fact, I'm gonna just play this. All right, let's play this song. All right, because depending on what website you go on, the lyrics change a little bit, but for the most part, they're really the same. All right, so I'm gonna play this real quick.
See that band all dressed in white. God's gonna
it said look like the band of the Israelites. All right, this is what the slaves used to sing. It looks like the band of the Israelites. Why? Because they are the Israelites, man. All right, it looks like the band of the Israelites. All right, why would the so-called black man here in America, all right, when he was a slave, why would he sing this, man? All right, it looked like the band of the Israelites, man. All right. I think and like I said, the lyrics change every now and then. Sometimes it will say we look like the band of the Israelites, man, because y'all are the Israelites, man. Come on, man. This is a spiritual thing, man. This is spiritual, man. All right. The Lord put it in their spirit to sing these songs, man. All right. So that we could search these things in these latter days when the prophets raise up and teach the people, we could show y'all this, man, and then y'all could wake up, man. All right, y'all could wake up and maybe be part of the elect, man. All right, because our job as a prophet and a servant, all right, is to wake up the elect, man. What did the Lord say? All right, go out to the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be fulfilled. What did Yahushua tell Peter? All right, he told him to feed my sheep. He told him that 3 times, man. Right, to feed his sheep. All right. Now, these are the songs that the Israelites used to sing when they were slaves here in America, man. That the so-called black man used to sing here in America, man. Now, why would they say these things like this, man? All right, this is spiritual, man. All right, the Lord put him in them to sing these things and say these things so they could be discovered in the latter days. All right, for when the men of the Lord study and they find these things out, man, and then wake up the people, man. All right, and really it's because they're the Israelites, man. This is why they sung these words, man. All right. So when you go back into Deuteronomy 28 and 68 and 47, right? Let's get 47. All right. Now these are the curses that the Lord put upon us. Matter of fact, let's get I forgot what verse it was, so I'm gonna just type it in. All right, 46. All right, so it says, going back into Deuteronomy 28 and 46, it says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever, meaning a very long time, man. All right, these curses that are upon our people, all right, because you remember, all right, this is the Lord speaking to the Israelites through Moses. The Lord said, it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Then it starts to list all the curses, and then we went to one of the curses, all right, which was Deuteronomy 28:68, all right, which is talking about the transatlantic slave trade. Us so-called black men, all right, Negro, Latino, Native American man coming over here on the transatlantic slave trade, man. All right, this is one of our curses. This is why we came over here on slave ships. This is why this happened to us, because we went against the Most High in the ancient world, man. All right, and we're still paying on those curses. All right, and the Lord said, and they shall be for thee a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. All right, these curses will be a sign unto us to let us know who the true Israelites are, because only the true Israelites, all right, are the only people that's going through these curses are our people, man. And these curses, when you read them, it proves that, man. All right, these curses aren't falling upon anybody else. They're not falling upon the white man. They're not falling upon the Chinese man. They're not falling upon the Japanese man. They're not falling upon nobody else except for our people. That's why the Lord said that these curses will be a sign, all right, and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. All right, so let's read it. Start at 47. All right. It says, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for abundance of all things, therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. Yeah, the Lord sent our enemies against us, man. All right, to oppress us and to put us into slavery and to destroy us as a people, man. That goes to show you the power of the Lord. This is why you're supposed to fear the Lord, man, because the Lord would destroy you, man. All right, he would destroy you, man. You got to fear the Lord with all your heart, with great fear and with great trembling, man. This is how you serve the Lord, man. All right, Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger. Yeah, because we got to go to our enemy when we're hungry, man. We don't own no major supermarket stores, all right? We got to go to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man supermarkets, all right? You got to go to ShopRite, all right? You got to go to Stop and Shop, or all these markets, Whole Foods, all right, Trader Joe's, all right. We don't own none of these things as a people. These aren't our franchises. These aren't our businesses. See, our people don't own anything here in America, all right. Everything is owned by our oppressors. We got to go to our oppressor in the want of all things. Anything we need, we have to go to him for, man. All right. So it says, therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger. All right, and in thirst, we got to go to him when we're thirsty. All right, the so-called white man, we got to go to his stores to get whatever we need. All right, and in nakedness, yeah, we go to these these malls or whatever stores we go to clothe ourselves. All right, it says, the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. Anything we need, we have to go to Esau, Edom for, all right? When we want a license, all right, we got to go to the so-called white man for it, all right? When we want a degree or any type of PhD, whatever, bachelor's, we got to go to his school systems for it, right? These aren't our school systems. In want of all things, we have to go to our enemies for, man. All right, whether we're hungry, thirsty, we got to be clothed, whatever, we got to go to the so-called white man for it. We live in his land, all right, under his laws and his regulations and his rules, man. All right, this is what the Lord had did to us, man, as a people, for being wicked in the ancient world. We're still paying for what our ancestors did, man, right? Because we are our ancestors. It's reincarnation, right? We're paying for what we did in our past lives, all right? So it says, therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. All right, is that not what he did to us? Put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, man. All right, when we were slaves, did he not shackle us in chains? All right, put ball and ball and shackle on us, man. All right. Matter of fact, when you go into Google, all right, yokes, let's get that, yokes of iron. All you gotta do is type in yokes of iron and look what comes up, man. All right, this is what the so-called white man did to us. All right, this is what the Lord said that he was going to do to us, our enemy. All right, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee, man. All right. This is what the so-called white man did, our enemies. He put yokes of iron upon our neck. Matter of fact, let me go to Google Images, man. All right. Did he not put yokes of iron upon our necks, man? Look. Did he not do this to our people? Look. Come on, man. This is what he did to our people, man. Put yokes of iron upon our necks, man. All right. Look at this. It's a good picture right here. All right. Look. Yokes of iron upon our necks, man. All right. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's see. See if I can find better pictures. See, yeah, they don't even give you that many pictures, man, because they know what's up, man. All right. They try to hide the truth, man. All right. This is what he did to our people, man. Put yokes of iron upon our neck. This is us, man. All right. All he did was chain us. This is how we came off the slave ships, man. All right, chained up with yokes of iron upon our necks, man. All right, this is how we came off the slave ships into America, man. All right, look at this, man. All right, it goes to show you, all right, that Esau, Edom is our enemy. All right, the Lord said that therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, man. All right. Which the Lord shall send against thee. Yeah, the Lord sent our enemy against us. The Lord put the spirit of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, to put us into slavery, man. All right, because of our wickedness, man. All right. Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. Yeah, we got to go to our enemies, all right? You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, you have to go to your enemies in want of all things. Whatever you need, whether you're hungry, you're thirsty, you want to be clothed, you have to go to his businesses, man. All right? And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he had destroyed thee. And that's exactly what he did to our people. He destroyed us, all right? That's why we don't even know who the hell we are anymore, all right? But the Lord set up prophets on the earth, man, all right? And that's mercy, man. The Lord set up prophets on the earth, all right, to reel in his elect, man. All right, to wake us up, man. All right. The scriptures say that in the land of our captivities, in the land we were held slaves at, all right, we will remember ourselves, all right. Let's get that. I know it's in Baruch, but all right. It says Baruch 20 and 30. It says, For I know that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. Yeah, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, y'all stiff-necked, meaning y'all hard-headed, man. Y'all don't want to listen for shit, man. Y'all don't want to wake up. You love being slaves, all right? You love this damn devil, all right? For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves, all right? Meaning they will wake up and understand that they're the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, all right? But that's only the elect. That's only the elect, because only the elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, you're the only ones that's going to wake up and receive this truth, man, and call upon the name of the Lord, man, which is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahawashi, man. All right, so let's get back into Deuteronomy, all right? It says, Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. All right. The Lord shall bring a nation, all right, against thee from far, all right, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. Now that's the hint right there. He said a nation against thee from far. The Lord is going to bring a nation against us, all right, from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, all right. What's the so-called white man's symbol, all right? The eagle. All right, what's on the back of the quarter? The eagle. What's on the back of the dollar bill? The eagle. What's the national animal here in America? The eagle. What was on the back of the Greek coin? The eagle. All right, what was on the back of the Roman coin? The eagle. All right, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Yeah, because when we first came in contact with them, we didn't understand them, man. All right, as swift as the eagle flieth, man. All right, the so-called white man, all right, is our enemy, man. All right, this is what the Lord is saying. All right, the Lord shall serve thy enemies, all right, which the Lord shall send against us, man. The so-called white man is our enemy, all right? And the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, all right? A nation of fierce countenance. Come on, man. All right, they shall be like madmen, sparing none. A nation of fierce countenance. Are they not aggressive and fierce against our people, the so-called white man? All right, did he not put us in slave? Did he not put us into slavery? All right, did he not whip us until we were dead, man? All right, did he not rip open our pregnant women's bellies? All right, and then rip the babies out? All right, and then fed them to the alligators, man? All right, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. That's right, man. All right, and he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or the flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee. All right. Matter of fact, I want to get something else too. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Bear with me for a second. All right, yeah, let me let's get verse 64, all right? And I'll probably end it right there, all right? But these are the curses, man. All right? These are the curses that the Lord put upon our people, man, being slaved, right? Being oppressed, being at the bottom. All right? The Lord said that these curses shall be a sign unto us, man. All right? Nobody else went through this like how we went through, man. All right, we are not we're the way we are oppressed. Nobody has been through that like us, man. All right, so now let's get 64, man. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. All right, it says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. Now that's why you find the Israelites, the real Israelites, all right, all throughout the four corners of the earth, man. All right, our people are spread throughout all the four corners of the earth. That was one of the curses, man, to make us weak as a nation, make us weak as a people, man, because we are not united as a people when we're scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. All right, and the Lord shall scatter thee, all right, among all people, and that's that goes to show you the people in the land, all right, are not the people in the land of Israel today are not the real ones, the real people, the small hats over there, man. Right, because the Lord said that we will be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, that the true Israelites will be scattered among all people, all right, that they will be under all nations, man. All right, and the Lord shall scatter thee, all right, among all people, and he did that through slavery, man. All right, from one end to the earth, from one end of the earth even unto the other. All right, so it's prophecy that the Israelites will be scattered under all nations, that they wouldn't be in one land. All right, and there thou shalt serve other gods, and that's exactly what our people do. What's the main god, all right, that our people worship? Cesare Borgia, all right, white Jebus, all right, the long blonde hair, blue eye god, man, all right, Cesare Borgia, man. That's not the God of the Bible, man. All right, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Yeah, because our people are Muslims too, man, and they worship what? The Kaaba stone. That's what Muslims do, man. They pray to a damn stone, man, a wood stone, man. All right, they even wood and stone. All right, they pray to a stone, man. All right, over there called the Kaaba stone in Mecca, man, which is in Saudi Arabia, man. All right, our people are Muslims and they worship a damn stone, man. A stone, something that can't even breathe, all right, or walk or move. All right. So that's basically it, man. I had wanted to bring out some of these curses, man, because these curses, they prove that we are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Now you can read this all for yourself, all right, because this whole chapter is juicy, man. When you read these curses, you be like, yeah, we are those people, man. All right, we are those people. But I had to bring out, the slavery ones, right? The slave ones, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Yeah, y'all can read this for yourself, but it gets real juicy, man. This whole chapter is juicy, man. All right, you read this, you're gonna be like, yeah, man. All right, there's no way that we aren't those people, man. All right, because these are the curses of the Israelites, man. All right, this is the Most High, all right, speaking to the Israelites through Moses, man. All right, so I hope this lesson was edifying. Lord willing, it was edifying, man, that, whoever was watching this video, that y'all woke up, man, all right, and you could see the truth, man, all right, Lord willing, all right. So with that being said, I want to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwitash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, you Seminole Indians, West Indians, Haitians, and Brazilians. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. All right. So with that being said, shalom, shalom. Until the next one.